between the time when Enons waged war against Scientology and the rise of the dank memes of Gamergate, there was an age undreamed of, when scores of faceless Xbox fanboys spammed the comments of defenseless pro-PlayStation YouTubers. Upon this came El Presador, destined to wear the jeweled crown of the Trey Brotherhood upon a beastly brow. Now let me tell you of the days of high trolling.
One of the most unfortunately influential video games of the modern era, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, was released on November 10th, 2009, and became an instant phenomenon, due mostly to its PvP, or player versus player, online multiplayer offerings. Just to point out what an old fart I am, gamers of my generation referred to this simply as Deathmatch, because that's what it was called in Doom back in the early 90s. A new generation of video exploded across YouTube, the Modern Warfare commentary community, where skilled players would show their gameplay full of kill streaks, griefing, trolling other players, and so on. Machinima, an up-and-coming multi-channel network on YouTube, exploded in popularity and brought in several of these Call of Duty players. Over time, this community brought esports closer to the mainstream than it ever had been. Meanwhile, in the console war community, 360 players were swearing that they had the best version of the game because Xbox Live was superior to PSN, while Trey Brotherhood members were trashing Modern Warfare 2 in general and saying the 360 Republic were talking it up so much because the whole Xbox community were a bunch of frat boy fragheads who only played shooters. Back during that era, that actually wasn't that far from the truth. Much of the Xbox diehard fans started out on the original console, which was quite popular on college campuses due to LAN play of Halo and how easy the console could be modded to pirate games. For real, with just a little mod work and networking know-how, you could go to Blockbuster, rent a game, rip it to the hard drive of your Xbox, or better yet, save it on a file server, connect your Xbox to it over the LAN, and then everyone in the dorm with an Xbox had unfettered access to every game you'd rented and ripped. Now, of course, in the same breath, Trey Brotherhood members were trolling the 360 Republic, saying that Killzone 2, a PS3 exclusive released the prior February that also had some obvious control issues, and was also a military-style first-person shooter with PvP multiplayer, was vastly superior. Hypocrisy be damned. But then, FL Dumars04 posted a video, which is now long gone, showing that he had purchased Modern Warfare 2 for the Xbox 360 instead of the PS3, his reasoning being that most of his real-world friends only owned a 360 and he wanted to play the game with them. When a backlash started to stir in Dumars' comments, SolidRev posted a video supporting Dumars, showing that he had done the same thing. Most of the Trey Brotherhood had no real issue with this, as most of us were in fact multi-console gamers and owned both systems. In fact, both Rev and Dumars had shown numerous times over the past year that they owned a 360. And if you'll recall, El Presador had posted a video a month or so prior questioning MLD's qualifications to lead, as he had never owned a PS3, which led to several 360 Republic members trying to back Hellhound 30X as a more appropriate leader. But a smaller contingent of Trey Brotherhood members did not agree. One of the early detractors was General G, though he was mainly trolling for the laughs at first, as he was also a multi-console owner. But he went after Dumars over it, which Dumars took more seriously than he probably should have, and it all devolved into the two of them trying to prove which one had more money and a more impressive lifestyle, with Dumars going so far as to film himself drawing money from his ATM and showing the size of his bank account on the receipt. No, the real issue was that Rev and Dumars underestimated how many members of the Trey Brotherhood weren't just trolls having a laugh, but actual PlayStation fanboys who thought they were fighting an actual console war, the worst of which was the truth setting you free. Truth went after the both of them, posting multiple videos about it, the most well-remembered being his infamous "The Definition of an Xbot" video.
It's the truth setting you free. Once again, defend the PS3 from all you racist card, born hater, and ignorant tricks. It's the truth setting you free.
The definition of an Xbot.
That's right, Truth Setting You Free is back. Let's talk about some of these Xbots. Now, if you're unfamiliar with the term, I'd be very surprised, but it's pretty obvious. You have robots, things created and controlled by others, and you have Xbox 360. Combine the two together, you have Xbots. These are people that are just following along with Microsoft, eating every piece of bullshit that's being fed to them by Microsoft. So, they're Xbots. So let's go ahead and define this. There's some easy ones. If you currently own only an Xbox 360 and pay Microsoft money for their annual fee to play online, and you also bought a console as unreliable as that one, you are an
Xbot.
Maybe you bought an Xbox 360 at launch. You bought it at the beginning of the generation, and you figured out over the course of whatever time that the PS3 is the better system, so you got yourself a PS3. But you still have your Xbox 360, still pay for Xbox Live, still buy games labeled with Xbox 360. You're an Xbot.
Some of the more minor members of the Brotherhood sided with Truth on this, including Digital Smoke, Glock Ninja, a few others, and started making videos against Rev and Dumars. Truth's small but loyal fanbase started a comment campaign suggesting that Truth should replace El Prezador as the new leader of the Trey Brotherhood. El Prezador tried to calm all of this down by posting a video further clarifying what was required to be a Trey Brotherhood member, stating firmly that you could own multiple consoles and could play games on other consoles so long as you publicly held the opinion that the PS3 was the superior console. Unfortunately, this video was not given the chance to have its intended effect, because Rev and Dumars immediately followed this up by doing a skit video openly mocking Truth's definition of an Xbot video.
Come in!
What's going on, kiddies? What's going on, man? Get anything good for Christmas?
Yo, what's going on, bro? No, my girl got me this 360, actually. I'm just scrolling through the live menu, seeing what it's all about,
You got a fucking Xbox 360? Congratulations. You're a fucking Xbot.
I'm a fucking what? What the is an Xbot, bro?
Somebody who's under the rule of Microsoft. Somebody who pays $50 a year to play online.
Bro, relax, okay? I piss $50 a year. And besides, it's like $20 just to get my damn haircut. How does that make me under the rule of Microsoft? It was a fucking gift. Relax.
There's only one fucking word to describe you, Rev.
And what word might that be, Dumars?
Xbot.
What the fuck are you doing, man? There's something wrong with you. Are you not listening to what I told you? The wife bought it for me. You understand what I'm telling you?
Xbot.
Bro, get the out of here, man. How many of my boys are playing Modern Warfare 2 on the 360?
G-Spot to the Xbot.
I own a PS3.
Xbot.
I own a Wii.
Xbot.
Bro, seriously? Get the out of here. Talking to you is like talking to a little goddamn kid. Get out.
That's right, folks. He's nothing but a Xbot.
Get the out of here, you stupid fucking fanboy! Fucking idiot!
Xbot.
General MLD smelled blood in the water and threw gasoline on a growing flame by posting a video, again now long gone, stating that the truth setting you free would make a better leader than El Presidor for the Trey Brotherhood. More folks started to take Truth's side. Infinite Retro actually spoke out about it, despite him being really a PC gamer anyway, so to this day I'm not entirely sure why he took that stance. Tokes, who still had one toe left in the console war community, posted a couple videos mocking Dumars and Rev. Humpmaster Flex in particular took this as an opportunity to double the amount of channels he could go after and joined in on the anti-Rev hate.
El Presidor were featuring all his shit, every single one of his vids that he makes, and he only had 3K subs compared to El Presidor's 13. Come on now. Even freaking El Presidor sub don't even want to sub to his bitch ass. Sensitive Revlon. What's up, bitch? What's up, bitch? I know you don't like my laugh. Ah ha! Look at you with your little Kilimanjaro forehead. Keep growing them bangs, bitch. Keep growing them. That shit looks like an 8th wonder of the world, bitch. You are irrelevant, Rev, for life. Sensitive faction, man. Suck these nuts, bitch.
This was when Rev retaliated by posting his famous Exposing Lames video, doing impressions of all the folks who were siding with Truth, which I've shown bits and pieces of in prior episodes.
What's up, everybody? It's the Truth. Man, it's 5 in the morning and I am tired as shit. But I want to talk about this guy Dumars who buys a multi-platform game. Dude, you buy a multi-platform game? You know, I'm so tired of these hypocritical assholes. If you guys want a Sony supporter, a true Sony supporter, sub here. Sub down here, right on these nuts. Sub on these nuts, okay? Yeah, it's your boy Tokes Truth. Front and center. Whatever you need, dawg, I'm here as the Tokes. Now I can go get my little homeless cousin to assist you in your campaign to smash Microsoft, the evil company behind the 360. What's going on? It's your boy Digital Smoke, first person shooter player, maybe the best around, who knows? Truth setting you free, I'm with you on your campaign. FL Dumars, use a bitch. Black Bond, use a bitch. Truth setting you free, this is a token of my appreciation from me to you, from me to you. You can do lots of things with this, just like me and my little partner that I went to the UFC event with. Baby, you ain't had fun till you introduced the fresh fruits. You feel it with them saying truth. So how do we band together as PS3 users? Tell me, Truth, how do we do it, O wise one? And you know, Digital Smoke, you got a point, mate. You know, and that's what it's about. You know, we need to find some way to band together as PS3 users. You know, granted, 90% of my videos before all this shit happened about Rev and Dumars buying a multi-platform game. I mean, granted, I made 90% of my videos for that cult, but that's besides the point. Now, we need to band together as actual PS3 users that care about the consumer, that actually care about people. I mean, won't you agree with me, mate? I completely 100% agree with you, mate. But before I get into the topic at hand, I'd like to read, or I'd like to make a response to somebody. El Presa, you betrayed us all with your bullshit, El Presa. I dropped my cue card, mate. Well, go ahead and pick it up, mate. Well, wait down there. You mind? Hold that's good right there. Just hold that right there. What were you saying over there, True Setting You Free? I might have missed it. Get a room, you two. But I appreciate all the support, and that's what it's about, you know? It's about informative gaming videos, and you said it right, Tokes. And yes, I would like to get your cousin in on this, by the way. But anyway, thanks for the support, fellas, and I'm glad we got this new group. And I look forward to making, you know, informative gaming videos and game reviews maybe, and telling you about my tastes and likes and dislikes. And Infinite Retro, you're really turning me on over there. Could you please stop? I didn't quite catch that, Mike. Just two more seconds over here. Oh God. You guys is crazy, man. You guys is crazy. That wasn't really laughing. That was just my fake laugh, but sounded alright, right? Hey, I got an idea for you boys, man. Stay with me, man. I got an idea for you boys. Let's all peel our diapers off and piss blood on the 360. What you think over there, Hump Master? What you think, Hump Master? What up, gay lords? What up, bitches? Hey, yo, I'm a pony the maxi pads about the Trey Brotherhood and watch them bleed. Hey, yo, don't be minding my ginger skin, you know? I'm human just like everybody else, people. 360 gay lords. 360 gay lords. Hey, what up, YouTube? It's Sean Castro. Maybe you wondering why my voice is so high-pitched. It's because when I make videos, I sit on my balls. I sit on my balls, yo. Hey, G, I see you back. You ain't bitch made like your Preslor or Dumars or Revlon, is you? Revlon, I got that from Toaks. No, seriously, G, on the real. Don't be making no more videos on me, man. I don't want to take down my videos again, dog. Come on, man. I worked hard for it. I worked hard for these videos. Give me something to look forward to in my sad life at Walmart. Damn, G. But yo, Truth, you's real, dog. You's real too, Tokes. Let's take down these fake yo. What's going on, YouTube? It's Hooge. Maybe you're wondering why I took down my videos. Because I was ashamed of them. I made a video about MLD. I probably shouldn't have.
Now, initially, I stayed out of all this, even though it had been stated before during the Toke Saga that what we did was mostly meant to be entertainment, trolling, just for fun. Our overall effort to maintain kayfabe, to maintain the illusion of it being an actual organization fighting an actual console war, had come back to bite us on the ass, as there were clearly true fanboys within the Brotherhood who either never got the hint or did and were no longer willing to go along with it. The Brotherhood was being torn apart from within.
You might not know me, but I'm one of your subs, and I'm also a sub of The Truth Setting You Free. Can you please tell me why you're ignoring The Truth Setting You Free? And why did you favorite Black Bond's video? So now I can't even favorite the videos I want. Truth, get these guys under control, and you of all people just need to stop all the garbage, Truth. You dragged me into all this stupid dramatic and stupid garbage over one comment I left on Black Bond's channel. Now, Truth, why did I leave that comment on Black Bond's channel? Why? Truth, you said a lot of ignorant and stupid things about the PC. And time again, Truth, you are proven to be a flip-flopper. You are proven to be a hypocrite. Multiple times, Truth. You can deny this all you want. I'm saying it now. I've seen it with my own eyes. They've used your own videos to own you. I am so sick and tired of getting all these messages from your fans. I'm sick of it. Tell them to stop, please. It sounds so gay. You don't know how stupid it is. They make it sound like you're my ex-girlfriend. And you making a video about me ignoring your private messages. That's gay. Because if I were to come out and apologize, it would be like, I'm sorry for ignoring your messages. You know, things between us were getting kind of rocky. And, you know, if it's good with you, we can still be friends. You know, we can talk to each other. And say, that sounds like you're my ex-girlfriend, Truth. And that's how all your fans are making it sound. You know, Truth, you want to show private messages about, oh, you know, me and BBC, we were good friends, you know, we saw eye to eye in garbage, but, you know, he leaves a comment on Black One's channel, and now he's ignoring me. Truth, who are you to me? Who do you think you are to me? You are just another guy on YouTube that I was cool with. You were no more than Dumars, Rev, El Presador, and everyone else. But you know what? There are people on YouTube that I actually consider as friends because I know things about them personally. Like Dumars, for example. Dumars is one of the manliest guys on freaking YouTube. And you guys don't know it. Dumars gets mad props from me. And a lot of other people too, like 7th Level. He almost made me cry once. Because when I was ill, 7th wanted me to call him and talk to him. And because when I was ill, I learned some personal stuff about 7th Level. Those are people that I can connect with. Because why? Because I know things about them. And they tell me things, we chat. How many messages have I exchanged with you, Truth? How many? I just can't believe all this drama that surrounded Rev and Dumars because they bought Modern Warfare 2 on the 360. And then when El Presador says off entertainment, how everyone just, you know, they were right. They were right. What they did just filtered who's a fanboy and who's a real gamer. Okay? You're a fanboy. You're little puppets. You're little puppets, Truth. You're Truth setting them gay. Truth setting them sensitive puppets. Fanboys. Each and every one of them. Truth, I've been trying to stay out of this. I've been trying to ignore all of this. But these messages, one after another, been getting on my nerves. I couldn't take it anymore. You're not my ex-girlfriend! I'm not gonna apologize! I'm not gonna make up with you! You're not my girlfriend, Truth! When you're ignorant about something like you in the PC, and when Black Bond repeatedly rapes you in the ear with PC facts, and you ignore it, and you act like it's still right, then I lose respect. And you do yourself misjustice, disjustice, whatever it's called. Why? Because I back up everything but the truth, the real truth. You, on the other hand, you get response videos that completely own you left and right. Black Bond, for example. Black Bond is your daddy.
It's that easy.
Now, Truth, you're probably gonna send me a nasty little message or whatever, but you brought this upon yourself. I can't take anymore. I can't take it anymore. So, let me just end this right now. To all the people that made videos about me mistreating Truth and ignoring him like original Dogman, and all the people that sent me hordes of messages about me ignoring Truth, and the people who put channel comments on my channel about the same garbage, you guys need to cut yourselves loose from Truth, because he sent you gay, sent you sensitive.
More hate started to spew towards Rev and Dumars. More videos posted, their comments being flooded by Truth Setting You Free fanboys. Rev first posted a video directed at Truth, during which he questioned Truth's heterosexuality and expressed remorse for the future of Truth's son being raised by such a man. He essentially called Truth a closeted beta male.
Sorry.
And that's another thing. For somebody that tries to pretend they're not gay, or for somebody who claims they're not gay, you sure spend a whole lot of time trying to prove it, don't you? Trying to prove that you're not gay. I mean, every video you're coming out with, you're trying to justify the fact that you're not gay. It's not about me being gay, it's about personal insults. Man, let it go.
Especially for someone like me, you got a teddy bear, you got something shaped like a penis. You guys can see where we can go from there.
Not only are you gay, but you act just like a female.
I think that's totally probably f***ing right.
Trying to prove that you're not gay. I mean, every video you're coming out with, you're trying to justify the fact that you're not gay.
Oh, he's so good. He's so good. He just brings the points you just can't argue with. The factual evidence. Because he's completely relevant. Remember how we liked using the irrelevancy? Yeah.
Man, let it go. You've been called gay. Let it go.
Rev, I can't wait for it, buddy. I can't wait till you show us the new like a penis.
If you're not gay, quit bringing it up. You can't, because it got to you, because you know it's true. So, you try to make it like it's not true, but when people call you it, it hits home and it offends you.
This was the video that really set Truth off. Unbeknownst to a lot of the community, Truth's brother was gay and had spent his whole life dealing with the unnecessary repercussions of that. Now, I was in high school in the 90s, and there were a handful of kids who had come out there, and no one at my school had ever given them any grief over it, and I was in Tennessee back then, a mostly redneck state. I'd also spent several years living in Florida, where I had numerous openly gay co-workers, and again, no one had any issue with it at all. So as far as I knew, being gay had become a normalized, accepted thing in 2009. But the reality was, there was still a lot of anti-gay rhetoric going on. I just hadn't been in a position to see it. In the circles I ran in, the other F word had been repurposed as a general catch-all insult used by gay and straight friends alike, usually in a friendly, joking manner. So when Truth exploded over these remarks, I didn't really get why, because to me it was just more trolling and he was taking the bait. At one point, Truth posted a video where he was literally red in the face, the veins in his neck and forehead popping out, sweat rolling down his face. Folks started mocking him for getting so obviously and visibly upset. He responded by saying that he hadn't actually lost his cool, it was just wintertime and he had filmed that video standing in front of a space heater. This became a meme moving forward, which is why several videos of that era had "no space heaters were harmed during the making of this video" as an opening PSA, and why space heaters were repeatedly mentioned whenever a rant was about to start. Rev posted another video, this time on his back porch, railing on both Truth himself and the PS3 fanboys in general, essentially stating he was done with the Trey Brotherhood stuff, done with the console war stuff. He made it sound as though he was just going to take his ball and go home and drop off of YouTube altogether.
What up, Rev here? I figured I'd make a video for you guys. You guys asked me what happened to SolidRev's channel. Did Truth Setting You Free chase away SolidRev? Man, you know better than that. You honestly think a sissy like Truth can chase me away from YouTube? But another reason I've grown tired of making videos, I mean, I ain't made a video in like 2 weeks. I've grown tired simply because I'm tired of the fanboys on this site. I'm tired of them. The PS3 fanboys, to be exact. Not even the 360 fanboys. They have a reason to be mad at me.
Now, in the midst of all this, and to make matters even worse, El Presidor got his channel flagged down again via fake DMCA copyright strikes. He opened a new channel called Mac Brotherhood and started posting there instead, where he further sided with Rev and Dumars and started talking about getting out of the console war and blaming Truth's fans for his channel being flagged down. Behind the scenes, Fisticuffs had started talking to El Presidor about machinima and the growing Call of Duty YouTube community, how fast it was expanding, and how El Presidor had the chance to make a lot of money doing it.
Puppet set you free. Then you wonder why people call you f***ing sensitive. You made an over 10-minute video because two people didn't answer your PMs in a timely fashion, or answer your PMs at all, but you made an over 10-minute video showing your sensitivity? And this is who the PS3 fanboys have representing them? There's a reason MLD chose him to represent you guys since I left the console war, because he's been owning the fuck out of that puppet for the last 2 months. You all need to wake the fuck up. This motherfucker's, the blind's leading the blind there. You all need to find a new fucking leader. How the fuck can you have someone lead you who's been sensitive and made a video about being so sensitive about being not responded to in a fucking PM? You already lost that. So I got news for you. Start scamming or searching the internet. You need to find a new fucking leader immediately. For real. It's embarrassing, man. 32 years old and he acts like that. How the f***? The blind leading the blind! The blind leading the blind!
But this wasn't enough for Truth. Truth was still infuriated, and so he turned his vitriol towards the one remaining big name in the community who hadn't taken a side, the one Trey Brotherhood member who had stayed out of it. He started in on me. By this point, Truth had gotten paranoid and thought that I was being quiet because I was secretly conducting some kind of clandestine PM campaign behind the scenes to undermine him. And once again, I didn't really want any part of this. I just wanted to maintain things as they were, have everyone drop this mess, and go back to business as usual. I reached out to El Presidor and offered to help him get his channel back again, as I had done during the President situation, but he declined. El Presidor told me that he was tired of the console war, that it wasn't fun for him anymore because actual fanboys were taking it seriously instead of getting in on the fun, and how Fisticuffs was going to help him get into machinima and the Call of Duty scene to make some cash. He then said he wanted me to take over as leader of the Trey Brotherhood, stating that he felt I was best suited for it because of my trolling, but also because Truth Setting You Free would really get pissed off over it. I immediately shot down the idea and expressed that El Presidor should keep with it because it was his creation. The Brotherhood was his baby. It was all built around his persona and his concepts, and he should just let things cool off and then resume business as usual and do both the Trey Brotherhood stuff and the Call of Duty stuff on 2 separate channels. At the same time, I was posting videos trying to de-escalate the situation with Truth, telling him that he was taking all of this too seriously, essentially breaking kayfabe in the hopes that he had calmed down and just go back to posting his usual stuff. But this only managed to anger him more. While all of this was going on, he had been talking a lot with Laren Bonvarin about his ridiculous Gamers Union idea. I didn't know if Truth ever actually believed in such a thing, or if he just thought he could use it to build a real version of the Trey Brotherhood around it. But it was clear that Truth, by this point, wasn't going to back down, wasn't going to de-escalate, and was bound and determined to either take over or destroy everything that had been built up over the last almost 2 years.
Alright, Truth. So I'm trying to do a smear campaign to besmirch the good name of the Truth Setting You Free. I don't have to do that, man. You've done that yourself. Why do you think 3 people sent me the PM that you sent out? People that were on your friends list. Why do you think that happened? It wasn't because of anything I did. You did that to yourself. Yeah, I'm running an anti-truth smear campaign. I paid a few $100,000 to have your trophy score printed up on sheets of paper and have it airdropped over Wisconsin. As you have said many times, Truth, I don't have any control over what people say about my videos or about my comments other than deleting them, and I don't delete stuff. And I don't block people unless they're false flaggers. You know that. So, you know, if you're not responsible for what your audience does and the way that they kiss up to you and worship you like you're fucking Jim Jones handing them the Kool-Aid, don't talk shit about what my subs do. Meanwhile, he doesn't want to talk about the PM that he sent out to everybody that apparently offended enough people to where they sent it to me knowing what I was going to do with it. No! He don't want to talk about that. He doesn't want to talk about the fact that he shit all over his user base. He doesn't want to talk about the fact that he bragged about his users licking his balls. He doesn't want to talk about the fact that he sent this PM to friends as some kind of Jerry Maguire style gamer manifesto talking about how he was fighting the good fight, but they were hiding their heads in the sand. In other words, you know, I have failed because I couldn't make you think how I think. People disagree with me constantly. Do I get all bent out of shape over it? No. And he can talk his shit about, I can turn it on and I can turn it off all he wants. His PM speaks for itself. He didn't fake that. He didn't send that directly to me to try to fool me into thinking that he was getting butthurt and quitting YouTube. So, you know, instead of getting mad and all bent out of shape at me, Truth, perhaps you should be asking yourself why they felt it necessary, these people, to send me a copy of that. Bottom line is, of some of the most childish, butthurt bullshit I have ever read in my life. Oh, people won't accept my opinion. They can't think for themselves. They can't make educated buying decisions. They won't listen to me. There's no point in me being on YouTube anymore because I'm talking to deaf ears, including these people that I'm sending the PM to. I mean, the video's still right there. There's no way to misinterpret that PM. But are you addressing that fact? No. You're talking about what I said about your fucking trophy score and that I don't know anything about trophies. Well, let me tell you what I know about trophies, Truth. Trophies were instigated in 2008. Summer of 2008. Games released prior to that don't have trophies unless they were patched, which is few and far between. The majority of the games that came out prior to summer of 2008 do not have trophies, and in fact, some games all the way up till 2009, when it was made mandatory that they have trophies, didn't have trophies and have not been patched. Uncharted is an example of one that came out before and was later patched. Burnout is an example of one that came out before and was later patched. But most of the games that came out prior to that have still not been patched. Case in point, Metal Gear Solid 4. So, I'm assuming that what you were talking about was that when I said that the list of games that you had in your trophy list didn't match up with your list of played games, that I was misconstruing that because I wasn't counting the games that didn't have trophies at the time that you played them. That wasn't even why I said that you were a casual. The reason that I said that you were a casual is because there's so many games on your fucking list where you haven't even earned the trophy for having completed the campaign on any difficulty level, easy, normal, or hard. They're not there. Now, I have since been told that you actually have a third hidden PSN, and that PSN has trophies on it. If that's true, then I'm wrong. I can admit when I'm wrong. If that's the case, if you have a PSN that I haven't seen and it's got a shitload of platinums on it, hey, I can admit that I'm wrong. You're not a casual gamer if that's the case. But if all you've got is what I saw when I looked at your PSN that night, and what I see is a guy that had a PS3 longer than I'd had a PS3, because I've only had mine, the current one that I've got, since April of last year, and you were a level 4, whereas I'm a level 13. And you, according to things that you've said in the past, or things that have been attributed to you anyway, that you and your wife combined make double what I make. That you're well over the 6-figure income. Like you've said before, that it is a problem that PlayStation 3 owners, for some reason, don't buy their games. Well, you're included in that because mostly you rent. I don't rent. I buy. And 9 times out of 10, unless it's one that's hard to find, like this guy, a 3, I buy them new. Because I want Sony to have that money. Treat your people like shit. You're getting bent out of shape over what I said about your fucking trophy score. You know, fuck your trophy score. Fuck my trophy score. You're an asshole. That's the real issue. I was having this conversation on the PSN with a Astute class. He told me, you know, it would just be awesome if one of y'all would bite the bullet and just make friends with the other. And because that would blow people's minds more than watching the two of you fight would be if the two of y'all settled your differences and became friends. I tried to send out a sort of an olive branch to him. When he got his account suspended, I offered to go in and take care of his account the way I got El Presador his account back. And I told him, I can file your counterclaims for you and I can get your account back pretty quickly. And he sent me a PM telling me to go f*** myself. Because his pride would not allow him to let me help him in his situation. And despite that, I ended up saving his account anyway, because if you'll remember him talking about how his account magically reappeared, and it must have been from another video that came out of copyright. Videos don't come out of copyright unless you file a counterclaim on them. He got his account back because me and Samuel the Geek filed counterclaims against the guy that got him suspended, and when we got that guy suspended, it unsuspended Truth's account. You're scrounging around trying to save your fucking rep, and you're pissed at me when you should be pissed at yourself. I didn't write that PM, you wrote it. And if you can't take people not wanting to adopt your opinion as fact, then you've got no business doing what you're doing. Because to be on the internet in any capacity, whether it's in video, whether it's on forums, whether it's just writing for a fucking entertainment news blog, you gotta have a thick fucking skin. Every video that I've done on you, Truth, has been a response to a vid you've done on me. You were the first one to do a video on me because I backed up Dumars and Rev in comments. And you got ass hurt over it. And posted a video on me. So if you don't want me to talk about you anymore, don't give me fucking reason to. This is 7th.
By now, the Trey Civil War, as it came to be called, had stretched all the way into spring of 2010. The Truth Setting You Free posted a video demanding a debate with me. Now, I'd seen Truth's previous debates before. He basically used a form of the Zaire method. Get a person on camera, and every time they try to say anything, interrupt them and talk over them as loudly and as emotively as possible, then declare yourself the winner because you were able to make more points that your opponent couldn't counter, despite it being because you weren't actually allowing them to speak. Truth wanted this done over PSN chat, so I knew his intention was to record it and then post it on his channel. So I concocted a plan. Firstly, Truth had received a lot of criticism concerning his son prior to what SolidRev had said. There had been a few occasions where Truth was recording a video and his son had come into the room wanting attention, and Truth had either ignored him completely or told him Daddy's making a video and shooed him away. He left those moments in the videos, didn't edit them out, presumably because he wanted the community to know that he was married and had a son, as the whole truth is in the closet thing had actually started way before Rev ever said anything, which was partly what Rev had been talking about. Some folks had implied in the past that Truth cared more about his videos than he did his family, and that he had cared so much about what others said about him that he had used his son to try to prove his heterosexuality. I knew about all of this, and I also, thanks to the Presdance situation, knew YouTube's terms of service backwards and forwards. I knew exactly what could and could not be gotten away with on this platform at that time, so I reached out to Truth and agreed on the time and date. About 15 minutes before the debate was supposed to start, I turned on my camcorder. I told 8th that we were going to be playing a prank, that I was about to sit down and talk to Truth, and that all 8th had to do was run around in the background, jumping up and down on the couch, or whatever else he wanted to do, so long as he did it within view of the PlayStation camera. 8th excitedly agreed. I then poured myself a tall glass of soda, laid some pillows down in front of the TV, popped a squat, and joined the chat. I made a couple of comments here and there, but for the most part just sat there silently, taking sips of my soda while Truth ranted and raved into the microphone, and all the while 8th was running around in the background using the couch as a trampoline and various other kid things. Truth even said hello to 8th at the beginning of the chat. I didn't film or capture any of it at all. I knew I didn't need to. And of course, the next day, Truth posted the whole thing to his channel. He just couldn't wait for everyone to see how he had utterly destroyed the 7th level in a debate. His little sycophants paraded it all over the place. They flooded my comments to let me know how badly Truth had owned me. Even some of the other Brotherhood members got in on it, wanting to know why I'd frozen up so badly and let Truth dominate me like that. Even MLD had something to say about it. I let all of that brew, responded to none of it, let them think I'd been utterly defeated and humiliated, and waited until the following Tuesday, which was my usual posting day, going all the way back to the beginning of my involvement in the Trey Brotherhood. I posted a video called The Last Nail in the Coffin of Hate, in which I revealed my troll trap, along with the footage of 8th and the time date stamp showing it was filmed just prior to the start of the debate, and showing how the whole point had not been to try and win a debate with Truth, but to merely allow him to feel so confident in the results that he would post the whole thing on his channel, which of course included footage of my son. I then explained to Truth that YouTube, even back then, had very strong rules about posting footage of children, especially other people's children. I told Truth that this was his intervention. I told him not to worry, that I wasn't going to contact YouTube and get his channel taken down for having footage of my son on his channel without written consent from me, but that he had 2 choices. He could either remove all of his videos pertaining to the Trey Civil War, including the debate video itself, and go back to making the kind of content he used to make, and that if he did so, I would remove my replies to him along with this new video he was watching, and just go back to making his normal videos, go back to owning 360 players and Wii players and what have you. Or he could leave all the videos up, and I would leave all of my videos up, including this one he was currently watching, and everyone would forever remember how badly I had humiliated him, and he could spend the rest of his days on YouTube knowing always in the back of his head that I could take his channel down anytime I chose. Within hours of that video going live, Truth deleted all of the videos I told him to delete. I left my video up until the end of the month just to rub it in, and then kept my side of the bargain and deleted mine off the channel, with only one of them surviving because I'd accidentally privated it instead of deleting it.
7th, my brother, checking me, brother, check and fucking mate. Yo, when I was on a break from work, I watched 7th's video, and I gotta say, the dude just I don't like using the word pwn, I think it's retarded, but he pwned Truth. No matter what you guys say, what happened in those video things that they had going, you know, that 45 minutes, wow. And you know, a lot of us were wondering why, also 7th, that your kid was running around the background. I thought it was a joke on Truth, on how he ignores his kid when his kid, you can hear him in the video or whatever, kind of like a video I made about 2 months ago, which you can see. So I thought it was that, but wow, dude, to pull the rug out from under him like you did, bravo. And this, I'm not being sarcastic, dude. This is awesome. Just rock on. And the fact you got him to pull the vids from his channel, even though you said you weren't going to report him because of the fact you didn't care, but he pulled them anyway. Holy fucking shit. Dude, man, you are my master. You are just like the master with the trolling, dude. Just, home, 7th. Dude, you're the master, man. I bow before you. Man, just keep it up, man. Love the trolling shit. Take it easy. Peace.
But even then, Truth didn't fully back away. Instead, he pivoted 100% into Laren von Baron's whole Gamers Union idea, thinking that instead of destroying the Trey Brotherhood, he'd just replace it. So I made a video called Gamers Union, where I picked the whole concept apart for the stupidity that it was.
Really? No, I'm not going to join the Gamers Union. Why? Because there's no such thing as a Gamers Union! A union, in its purest form, is an organization developed for the express purpose of defending and protecting the rights and privileges of a workforce. And with a few little exceptions out there, a very minor minority, we do not get paid to play video games.
Little side note, years later, Laren von Baron would post a video claiming that the Gamers Union had become an actual phenomenon and that they came that close to changing the whole industry, that he had garnered over 50,000 subscribers and it had become a real movement, and then Microsoft had swept in and blacklisted his channel and killed all of his views, and that eventually his whole channel was taken down by the evil Microsoft, despite the fact that Microsoft doesn't own YouTube, Google does. When in reality, what had killed his channel was me taking a big shit on the Gamers Union idea, and that spreading like wildfire across the community to the point where they all ostracized him and stopped following him. I'm just saying. Anyway, after the Gamers Union video, Truth responded to it by proclaiming me as his, and I quote, arch nemesis, and once again accusing me of starting a propaganda campaign to further humiliate and discredit him. Rather than trying to talk sense to him like I did the last time and giving him a real dressing down, I instead turned it into a big joke and posted my video entitled The Arch Nemesis.
Hello, Truth Setting You Free. It is I, Dr. Seven, your arch nemesis. I am sending you this communique from deep within the confines of my secret underground lair. It has been brought to my attention that recently you have had very interesting things to say about... Please excuse me. My tank full of sharks with frickin' laser beams sticking out of their heads. They're quite hungry. Hold on. Darlings! Din din! Yes, enjoy that, my little lovelies. Now, as we were, it has been brought to my attention that you recently posted a video claiming that to be running the show. And yet in another video, you did clearly state that you felt I was manipulating the entire gaming community into turning against you. If that were truly the case, would that not mean that it was I who was running the show? I do believe it would. Now, in the past, we have had our disagreements, and I have been willing to try to reach out to you. I suggest that you meet me at a secret location that I have decided upon, somewhere deep within the wilds of Clearwater, Florida, where we might discuss adding credence to the revival of your YouTube career. I call this the Credence Clearwater Revival. And I feel that it... Yes. What is it, Mini Seventh? What do you mean it's already been used? I can't even come up with an evil plan anymore without it already having a use for its name. I'm not doing it if I can't use that name. Forget it! Forget it! Just... No! 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 Ugh. No, we do still... No. No. No, Mini 7, no. We still do not gnaw on Kitty. No, we do not. We still do not gnaw on Kitty. If you gnaw on Kitty... No. 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 If you gnaw on Kitty, it'll really piss her husband off and she'll kick your little ass. That's what'll happen. Now get out of here, you devilish little homunculus. Go on. I said go on. You little pipsqueak. Change of plan. It seems fairly obvious that you are as confused as a horny dog at a Miss Lovely Legs competition. So I offer you this ultimatum. I will stop making videos on you if you bring to me 1 billion kajillion subscribers. Oh, damn. I feel like I've been kicked in the jollies.
Truth ended up DMing me saying that he thought the video was actually funny and we buried the hatchet behind the scenes. In fact, he ended up making me a new video intro as a sort of peace offering, a version of which I still use to this day. A couple of days later, without giving me any advance notice, El Presidor posted a video to his Mac Brotherhood channel entitled 7th Level is the New Leader of the Trey Brotherhood, where he stood behind his cardboard podium one last time and proclaimed me as his successor, the whole thing meant to be one last dig at Truth Setting You Free on his way out. I decided to capitalize on this and the next day posted a video entitled The State of the Trey Address, where I announced changes I would be making, such as establishing our own members-only forum, which a friend of mine did, holding platinum trophy contests where I'd send $20 to the first person who could prove to me they had earned the platinum trophy on whatever the newest big game was, and so on. The general gist of it was that we were going to take a step back on the trolling a little bit and try to make some of it more just about the general love of play, particularly on the PlayStation. And thus the El Presidor era of the Trey Brotherhood ended and my era began. By that time, YouTube had changed a lot of things. They removed the ability to customize your channel page, replacing it with a lame custom banner option. They had made the rules towards bullying and harassment much more severe, and worst of all, they had removed the response video feature. We'd still do trolling videos, making sure to agree on the back end that one would not try to flag or report the other, but it just never was quite the same after that. Eventually, most of the OGs would vanish, either out of boredom or being flagged down, until at one point it was mainly just me and a small handful of others, and a new group that had risen to replace the 360 Republic, namely the N-Dub Nation, which Shokio had started as a legitimate Nintendo fan group, but that the Black Baron had co-opted and morphed into a Wii-centric ripoff of the Trey Brotherhood. The console war community became the Crumbside community, and has never been the same since. But that, my friends, is another era. So there you have it. A brief history of a time when YouTube was the most fun it has ever been, and sadly ever will be. Many of our exploits, for lack of a better word, are still talked about to this day by folks who were there to witness it. Some of us, like El Presidor, SolidRev, Black Bond, and myself, are still around, posting videos, doing live streams for however much of an audience we still do or don't have after the adpocalypse of 2016. But most of us are long gone, along with most of the videos that were created during that time. So for all of you watching this at home, whether you were there to see it when it was all going down or not, I'm sure there's just one question still remaining. How much of this series you just watched is a work, and how much of it is a shoot? Oh, you didn't know?